Sarvagang Satchidatmanang Jnana-chakshur-nirikshate Ajnana-chakshur-neksheta Bhasvantang Bhanumadvayat. Sarvagang, which is present everywhere. Satchidatmanang, Ātman, which is pure consciousness. Jnana-chakshuhu, eyes of wisdom. Nirikshate, perceives. Ajnana-chakshuhu, one whose vision is obscured by ignorance. Na, not. Iksheta, sees. Bhasvantang, which is shining. Bhanung, the sun. Andhavat, like a blind man. Ever-present Ātman is reality and consciousness, yet it is perceived only by the eye of wisdom. One whose vision is obscured by ignorance does not see radiant Ātman, as the blind do not see the resplendent sun.
Namaste. So the presence of Ātman is everywhere and in everything. Sarvagang literally means it goes everywhere. But most people can't see it. Well, actually, nobody can see it. But we know that it's there because we have wisdom. We have Atma-bodhah. We have Atma-bodhah. So, this is how we see. Ramana Maharshi one time said, we see Brahman by inference alone. Inference means we have consciousness. We see the world. So we are the seer. That's an inference. From the evidence that we see the world, we conclude that we are the seer. And because the seer cannot see itself, Brahman remains unseen. It has to. It cannot be seen by anything because it is the seer, it is the knower. The drik, the seer. And everything else is the drishya, the seen. And we are to discriminate between these two to discern the presence of Brahman. So the problem is that people don't have this knowledge. Their vision is obscured by ignorance, as the verse says. They do not see the radiant Atman, even though Atman, as the self, illuminates everything with consciousness. So they can't see it, even though they're using Brahman to see. They can't see Brahman. They can't deduce, or they can't induce the presence of Brahman from the evidence that they are seeing. So Brahman is the self in every creature, in every living thing, and even in non-living things. So if we can't see Brahman, it's because Brahman is not seeable. Brahman is the self, and it's everywhere, the self, and it's one. So once we realize that Brahman is our self, then we understand the condition of every other creature, because Brahman is the same everywhere. So a blind person cannot see the sun. Similarly, an ignorant person cannot see Brahman. I remember the first couple of years when I first started studying this Advaita philosophy, I was going around looking for Brahman. Where is Brahman? Where? It took me a while to get it. Like, duh, I am Brahman. Because Brahman is the self. Not just myself, every self, even, like I said, of inanimate objects. So there are a couple of parallel verses in the Upanishads He is apprehended neither by the eye, nor by speech, nor by any other senses, neither through penance nor through good works. When a man's nature has become purified by the serene light of knowledge, then he sees him, meditating on him as without parts. And from Bhagavad Gita, knowledge is veiled in ignorance, and thereby mortals are deluded. So this understanding is not limited to Atma-bodhah. It's there in many, many scriptures. And the more we dig, the more quotes we can find. That Brahman is perceived only by knowledge. And where does that knowledge come from? The Upanishads and the realized beings. Therefore, either one should bury oneself up to here in the study of the Upanishads, or approach a realized being for instructions. Or, better than that, both. Study the scriptures and then approach a guru for verification, confirmation, that this is really the truth. Just like I've been having discussions with some of the more advanced members on the CRC Community site. And they are saying, yeah, this scripture expresses exactly my experience. It shows exactly my view as a realized being. And I'm going, yeah, that's what it's for. But strangely enough, when I got this view, I had not read any Upanishads. I had not studied any Advaita. That came years later. I didn't have the background. I didn't have the knowledge of Sanskrit or the knowledge of the deep Vedic structure of literature, which we go over in the structure of the Vedic literatures. I didn't know any of that. But I had the experience, or I was given, blessed with the experience of seeing Brahman everywhere, in everything. And knowing that the presence of Brahman is with us at all times. We're never alone. Try to understand. We're never unprotected. To copy the words of the song from West Side Story, you're never alone. You're never unprotected. Dum, 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 dum. You have to see Brahman, though, with the eye of wisdom, at least at first, until Brahman deigns to reveal itself and blesses you with its direct vision. Then you know. Then there's no more question about it. Even with the best knowledge, there's always some doubts. Maybe the translation is wrong, It seems to be saying such outrageous, crazy things against what everybody else knows or believes. Is this true or not, Because I can't see directly. But I can see through the eye of wisdom. Then, when Brahman chooses me to see directly, then I can see. Only then. So this self-realization is not something you do, or something you get, or somewhere you go. It's not a transformation. It's not an addition to the self. It is the self. Has always been and always will be. But because it's covered by ignorance, we don't see. These upadhis, this ignorance that covers the self, meaning the body, the mind, the ego, all these things have to go before we become qualified to get that realization, or to be given that realization, I should say. And this means sadhana. Somebody sent me a message this morning. Can we think of anger management as a sadhana? And I said, no, no. ridiculous idea. Anger management has to be there when you have anger. Well, what is the cause of anger? Desire. Bhagavad Gita says, by contemplating the objects of the senses, desire and attachment arise for them. And when that desire is not fulfilled, anger arises. So the way to manage anger is to prevent anger by dropping desires. That's sadhana. And it begins with discrimination between the real and the unreal, viveka. And then the next thing is renunciation. Giving up the unreal and staying totally with the real. And of course, that is Brahman. So we have to have this knowledge. We have to have the vision through the knowledge of Brahman, to know Brahman, until Brahman reveals itself to us.
Tat Sat Om Shakti Om